This week we'll look at the first 2 racks that I ran at the 14-1 championships in Norfolk last month. My opponent was last year's U.S. Open champion, Carlo Beato. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into the racks. Can't believe it's been a month since I came back from Norfolk. This is my first match at the 14-1 championship this year. I'm playing Carlo Beato, and I lost the leg. I made a pretty good leg, but I lost the leg, so I've got a break. And so this is under pressure, my first match. I felt good, and it shows in how I played. I opened up with a run of 72 against Carlo Beato, the U.S. Open winner. Now, I got fortunate to have the opportunity because, as you see, this was not the best break in the world. I didn't even get the cue ball up to the head rail. You want to get it to come all the way up here. And in addition, I opened up not 1 but 2 balls to this corner pocket. So right now I'm sitting in my chair thinking, uh-oh, I might be sitting down for a while. And I expect Carlo to make this ball, and he expects to make it. So this is a fluke. It's his first match too, and he rattled that ball. Now, I don't agree with what he did. You notice how hard he hit that? He was trying to hit this stack and open up those balls. I think that's a mistake. He had a very good shot to just cinch that ball and re-break the rack at a later opportunity with much more control. As it is, I'm very happy that I've gotten to the table. I'm also very nervous. I'm like, gee, I got to the table. I get to shoot. And the other half of me is thinking, uh-oh, I have to shoot. Okay. So anyway, if I had a more clear shot at one of these balls next, I would have played a stop shot to send the cue ball into these balls. Didn't have that, so I just drew the cue ball back to center table. I know I'm going to have the 5, but I want to get a shot on this 4 because the 4 blocks the 14, so that opens it up. So I'm looking at this. What am I going to shoot next? The 7 doesn't clear. The 1-13 combination is a little bit tricky. Doesn't accomplish much, but both the 9 and the 12 go in this pocket. So that's my play. I checked a couple times. I just want to get an angle, a low angle on one of these balls to open up the cluster, and then I'll have the 10 ball back this way as an insurance ball. That's a good plan. Using the 14 to kind of try and hold the cue ball there, and that worked out well. I'm too straight on the 9 to accomplish anything with these balls, but I've got a shot on the 12. So that's the shot. 10 ball back the other way is insurance ball. So I don't shoot with a follow stroke. I just shot with a center ball, just stop the cue ball there. So this is good, but I don't have an opportunity to do much. I'm elevated over these balls. You know, if I had a shot on this stripe in the corner, that might be a possibility, but I'm elevated again to shoot that, and so that'd be kind of hard. I like that because it kind of opens up the 6-3, but when you have such an easy shot like the 10, you shoot the 10. But what can I do with the 10? The cue ball is going to hit the 7. What I finally decide to do is simply try and stun the cue ball this way. And I should have a shot on the 7. I'm thinking the cue ball is going to hit the rail, hit the 1. It might open those up. If I hit the 7, it might not be the end of the world. And I hold my hand up to apologize there because I didn't expect that at all. A little bit fortunate there. I didn't expect to hit the 7 that full. If I hit it, I thought I would hit it thinner. But now I've got a good shot. So where do you go to from here? I'm looking at the rack. I'm going to let this play. I'm not going to try and pause too much. I don't want this video to get too long. But I don't have any good break balls is my thought right now. So I'm thinking about the 1 as a possible break ball unless I can make something better. So realizing that, these 2 balls go this way. This 5 ball sets me up to shoot one of those that way. So that's what I was looking at. I did not get an angle on this ball on the side. I would love to have had an angle to bump the 6, and I could have knocked the 6 over here for a break shot. Not sure what my follow-up shot would have been, but I would have liked to have had that opportunity. But since I didn't have it, I'm committing to the 1 ball right now, and I want to clear this 13. I don't want to use that as the key ball because I don't want to have to rely on getting into this small position zone for the 13 as a key to break on the 1. I know I can use one of these balls to do that. Now, I do have an opportunity to break with the 8. I could play position, or more likely, I could stop the cue ball in the rack. Then I would have ball in hand on the 8 for a break shot like this. I think this 1 ball is a higher percentage play. I feel like I've got 4 balls on this side of the table. I'll be able to get the cue ball down here, and then I'm going to head up and hit the corner rack off the 1 ball break shot. So that's what I'm working on. This was a terrible shot. I left the cue ball against the rail. And I thought to myself, oh, you dummy, why did you do that? But I let go of that right away. I was like, man, you're shooting and you're going to clear this rack. You can't just run 6 balls and miss. So all I wanted to do was make that ball. I knew if I made the 9, even if I hit this 14, I had the 8, the 12, the 14, and any of those balls, the cue ball is going to be over here, and I was going to have a shot. So now I'm climbing down the ladder. The best shot after the one where I was off the rail was to shoot this, and now it's just this ball, this one, these two. I'm just climbing down the ladder, and then I'm going to get in this position for my break shot. I love the fact that I got an angle on this 14 rather than straight in. If you get straight in on that 14, you can't do anything. If you get an angle, you can hit it soft, you can hit it hard. If you have a shallow angle, you can maneuver the cue ball. Get an angle on your balls that are near the rail. So now I think I'm just drawing back to get a shot on the 6 in the same pocket. Yeah. And now I've got a slight angle, and I can come down here. I'm going to check my angle. Here's the ghost ball position. I want to be below this shot line, but I don't want to have a backwards cut way down here. So I'm just trying to get there. I'm going to leave those light yellow lines up because I roll a little bit too far. I roll this. See, I rolled it instead of stunning it. I think I should have stunned it. I probably could have stunned it and gotten the cue ball in the right place. When you roll it, you have less control over the speed. So you saw me, I was a little bit frustrated on that. But again, I'm saying to myself, I'm going back over to mark my score. It's the opponent racks in this tournament, so Beato's racking the balls. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? You didn't get the right angle. You're done with that. I don't care. Break the balls and continue running. That's what I'm telling myself right now. Just be positive. This isn't that bad of a shot. Now, I don't have the angle I need, but I'm still going to send the cue ball into this corner ball with left English because I want the cue ball to go to the side and come out here. And hit it pretty good. So this is kind of a stun forward shot. And you see I have a long bridge. I'm going to hit this pretty hard because I don't have much angle. That's about the best you can hope for, and that's ideal. I love the result on this shot. I have 3 easy shots, 4 if you include the 13. Now I'm looking at a re-break shot. It's a little bit funny that these 6 balls in the rack area are frozen. Now I guess I hit that ball full enough that the energy traveled around the outside of the rack and didn't get back inside. But I've got a shot on the 8 to just draw back, and I'm playing for the 6 for a break shot. I knew if I didn't get it, I could shoot the 14 or the 12 or something else, but I've got it. This is a stun draw. You'd want to go to the rail or hit the top ball and draw back out a little bit. You don't want to overpower this. There's no need to. You still have shots everywhere. And as it is, I didn't draw the ball. So a little bit fortunate here. I still have shots. I can shoot the 9, the 3, the 5. But if I had drawn the cue ball back to here, look at how many more shots I had from there. And I could proceed with more control. But I'm not the slightest bit disappointed. I'm looking at this table saying to myself, no 2 balls are touching. I'm going to clear this rack. That's the attitude you need to take to it. Now, there's 101 different ways to do that, but I've recognized immediately that these are my break balls, and I've got a couple of key balls up into the side pocket. Or this could be a key ball as well to get one of these break shots. So, rule number 1, don't miss. Rule number 2, keep the cue ball alive. So I know my cue ball is going to hit the 2, but I'm just cinching it, just enough speed to make the ball, knowing the cue ball is going to come this way, and I'll have more shots. Now, I could shoot the 13 or the 14 or the 11 right now. So that's a decision. I could easily shoot the 13, go to the side rail, shoot the 14 in the side, and then get the 5. In other words, clear the up table balls and then come back down table. So that's a decision I'm making right now. I have like 3/4 of a pocket to shoot this 11, and I decide to do that. And that 11 is on the line, actually. So that's not a break shot. That might be part of the reason why I chose that as well. I don't need to do anything with the cue ball. I can just roll it forward and have a shot on this stripe next. So now I've got a blocker ball that I need to clear because that's blocking the ball if I want to shoot one of these in the corner pocket. So I have a blocker ball and up table balls. But there's no way to get to the 2 from that shot. Actually, there was. I could have drawn the cue ball into the 9, and that would have stopped the cue ball, and then I could shoot the 2 next. But I decided to go to the up table balls, and I get close to the 14, which wasn't great. I was trying to hit it soft enough to have a shot on the 14, but this is okay. Easy position over for that 5. You can see how fast the tables are. But the cloth slows down faster than what I'm used to, which is really nice. So this is obvious. You go 5-14, and then after shooting the 14, I've got to get this 2-ball out of here. Yeah, okay. So I've got a real healthy angle on this 14. I probably wanted to draw it a little bit farther, but this is a natural angle to come down here. So I'm going to come down. I think I go to the bottom rail and up because I want to get a shot on the 2. And if I hit it too hard and come up here, I know I'll have a shot on the 9. And as it is, I hit that a little bit too soft. I've got a shot on the 2, and I look at playing position here. That's what I'm looking at right now. Can I get the cue ball through there? And I say to myself, I can, but I can also mishit it and hit the 4 and knock it up here, and then I don't have a very good break ball. And just so happens I'm close to straight in on the 9. So that's the shot. Because all I got to do is shoot a stop shot. Now the way is clear, and for sure I can cut the 9, come over here. Now I think a lot of players, without hitting the 4 ball that is, I think a lot of players would have gone here and all the way up here to play position for one of these in the corner. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't feel like I want to do that. I feel like I'm going to hit it too hard and end up on the rail here, and that would be bad. So I'm playing position for the 7 in the side pocket. So this is just come over to the side rail, come off the side rail, and I've got the 7. And now I'm going to use inside English to come out for the 10, and then that pretty much makes the 15 my key ball. Unless if I come farther and shoot the 15, which is what I just looked at. I like these shots. Some people don't like them. I'm a huge fan of rolling a ball into the side pocket with inside English, which is what I did there. So I came over for the 15. This is real good. Had I come a little bit farther, I could have played a stop shot on the 15, and then this ball goes up in the corner for my key ball and maybe slide over here a little bit. As it is, I just have to pinch this over 2 inches, and I've got an easy shot on the side, and I can play position for my break ball. But look, these are fast tables, man. These are fast tables, and it rolled a little bit too far. But once again, I've got the shot where I can roll it in with inside English. I don't want to come too far, and I underhit this by a lot. I've been saying to myself the tables are kind of fast, and so I don't want to end up with way over here with a real shallow angle. And I'm very close to the ball either, which makes it very hard to get your speed right. So I underhit that. Once again, I'm over marking my score, and I'm saying to myself, yeah, you got too thin on this break ball. And then I put that out of my mind and say, yeah, you know what else? I've hit this exact angle break shot at home in practice 300 times over the last 3 months. I'm going to make this ball and continue the run. That's what I'm saying to myself. So I won't be surprised when I come back to the table if I walk over and take a real good look. Yeah. Stand there. Chalk your cue. Look at the angle. You know this shot. Okay. And then looking at it again from here while standing up before I get down on the shot. Visualize the ball going in. I know how to make the shot. And I know that I'm stretched out. Even though I'm right-handed, I'm stretched out. So I've practiced all those things, and I know how to make this ball right in the center of the pocket. And that's a firm follow stroke. Now, I'm a little bit fortunate here because watch this. Tink. The cue ball touched the 15 just a little bit. Had it missed it, the cue ball probably would have rolled against the rail, and I would have had to shoot either the 3 or this stripe. As it is, I've got a shot on this 15, and this run continues. And like I said, I ran 72. Maybe I'll show another one of those racks in a later the rack of the week, but I hope you enjoyed it. This was a really great start. I was surprised that I got to get a shot, but this was a really great start to my tournament. And Beato still beat me. He ran a 116 after my 72. But this was a great experience, and I hope you enjoyed that. See you next week on the Rack of the Week.